Welcome back to part 16 of What If Hinata were on Team 7. Last time on Naruto What If, we did with Sasori fight. Now we're looking at the second half of that scenario and going further from there. So last time on Naruto What If, Hinata and Chiyo had managed to defeat Sasori, with Sasori giving up a valuable piece of information about the hidden traitor within Orochimaru's ranks. Meanwhile, Sasuke, Naruto, and Kakashi are both tailing Deidara. And remember initially that Deidara was trying to keep them at bay while keeping Gaara at arm's reach. And they were starting, Kakashi had to use his Mangekyo to basically get Deidara to what's the terminology I'm looking for here? He had to catch Deidara off guard with his Mangekyo, and eventually they were able to break through the clay bird he was on. However, and Naruto obviously was angry as hell, and even now he's still pretty angry because Gaara's been kidnapped. So the Fox chakra is still flowing through his body. Difference here is you have the added advantage of Sasuke, who, combined with Kakashi doesn't have to use his Mangekyo here. Sasuke, using probably like a Chidori spear or something like that, basically just basically Shinzo's this and basically slices the bird's wing, and Deidara is now falling down. Naruto catches Gaara. Gaara's still, pretty much near death, if not dying, if not dead. We know Chiyo ends up bringing him back. So Gaara's, looking, at Gaara. Naruto's looking at Gaara, and he's starting to get pissed, and the first tail comes out, and it's on, and Deidara, luckily, still has one of his arms, unlike the last time where he actually lost both of those arms. So he's trying to, do a quick draw for some clay. Naruto comes in. He's able to avoid Naruto real quick, but unfortunately he's also got the three others. 2 Sharingans on his ass. Deidara does not make it out of this situation. The reason for that is he's just got 3 highly skilled shinobi. One of them is a Jinchuriki who's already pissed off. 2 of them have Sharingans. One of them is an actual true Uchiha, and Kakashi does have the Mangekyo. He's just not using it right now. Add into Lightning Chakra, which can defuse the Earth Elemental clay bombs that Deidara makes. And Deidara, unfortunately, it's kind of like that scene later on in the series with Kisame and Killer Bee and A. He tries to do a jutsu, but they just kind of just chop his head clean off. It's kind of like that, is that Deidara goes for clay, and then both a blade and like a lightning blade come in and just take his head clean off. Just unlike with Kisame, who first off wasn't even Kisame, it was a Zetsu clone. But even Kisame kind of gives a bit of a acknowledgement of their strength before the head rolls on the ground. Deidara is just like, how the hell did this happen? My heart, and then boom, just done. So yeah, on the ground, dead, and Naruto just wants to just keep pummeling the body, but no, they say tell Naruto to calm down, and ultimately he does. Just and they seal up Deidara's body and head out from there. So they meet up with Chiyo, and obviously at this point now, they're wondering if there's anything he can do. Then Chiyo just goes, "There is something I can do. This is the one thing I can do." And he just sees the look on she sees Naruto's face, and looking at Gaara, saying, "Oh, things have changed in my time. These kids are the future." And she gives her life for Gaara's life. If everyone's wondering, Chiyo's just sleeping. He's like, she used that jutsu. And then Hinata actually checks her vitals, and sure enough, yeah, she's dead. And she's dead. And just, everyone say a prayer for Granny Chiyo. That was a great moment, by the way. Shippuden had its problems, definitely. The second part of Naruto, anyway. Might as well just call it Naruto Shippuden. This Naruto Shippuden, all that anime and manga was, it had its problems, taking any of the fillers out of the equation, but it had a lot of good stuff. If you were to ask me honestly, what do I prefer, Shippuden or the original Naruto? Oh, that's actually a tough one. Taking obviously filler out of the equation. Here's the thing: the good stuff in Shippuden is better than the good stuff in the original, I think. The problem is the bad stuff in Shippuden, I think, is worse than the bad stuff in the original. So it's a real balancing act. But because the good stuff does outweigh the good stuff is better in the original second part, I think, than the good stuff in the first, which still has great stuff. I'd say Shippuden's a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. You may think different, and I know there's plenty of people who prefer the first part. No judging. I love both parts really. This flaws and all. Well, not flaws and all. There's flaws I like and flaws I dislike. But I'm getting off track. So anyway, Gaara, sends them off. He does that handshake with Naruto where he just takes the sand and just kind of lifts his hand up. And they're heading out. Kakashi, by the way, is fine. Kakashi didn't have to use the Mangekyo. He's perfectly good. And they relay the information to, obviously, Toby. Toby comes and does collect, Sasori's ring. And unfortunately, can't get Deidara's ring because, Deidara got captured. So, pardon. So they bring Deidara's back their, examination, all that. They relay the information Sasori told them, and now they have to figure out what to do. Now, this isn't the same scenario where we had in the first one, where, all right, I guess we got to put some teammates together to go on a mission to go save Sasuke. No, we have a team here. We have Hinata, Naruto, and Sasuke. The problem is Sasuke is the target. Sasuke is like numero uno on Orochimaru's hit list here. It's like you can't just send the bait into the tiger's den. You can't do that. So it's a bit of an interesting little dilemma they find themselves in here. It's like, well, we have to go, but we can't just let him we can't just let Sasuke go in his place. To which then, Tsunade is talking to him and saying, "What Sasuke will?" She says, "Team 7 will go. Hinata, you were given the information. Kakashi, Naruto, you'll be going. But Sasuke, I'm afraid you're going to have to stay put." This and Sasuke at first is definitely wants to go, but Tsunade does say, "It's like, no, Sasuke, you are the target. If Orochimaru gets his hands on you, as strong as you have become, can you really say that you can take on Orochimaru right now? Could you say you could take on your brother? Could you say you could take on any of the Akatsuki, one-on-one, or even with the help of Naruto? The Akatsuki are strong. The Akatsuki, Orochimaru are powerful. You honestly think you can take them on? Sasuke, or think that Orochimaru won't try to use the curse mark on you as a disadvantage. At being right near him, he could theoretically activate it with his own seal. Even with the seals on you, it might not be enough. And Sasuke has to kind of, squeeze his palm, like grit his teeth, but takes a deep breath. Yes, ladies, no, you're right. I don't like it, but fine. And I'm sorry, Sasuke. It's like, yeah, whatever. So I guess we need another teammate, and then I guess we better go looking, huh, Hinata? Well, it's like, well, we could do that, or we could just spend some time. I'm sure Tsunade will help us find another teammate. And Naruto does think about it. It's like, that's true, aren't you? You're gonna do this. Like, of course, it's my job. It's like, all right, let's go hang out. And they'll fly out the window. It's like, give the damn door, Brett. So they let out. Kakashi just goes, the youth. Youth is wasted on the young. Sasuke goes, that reminds me, maybe I'll probably go see if Tenten, since we all got back, I'm going to see if Tenten is busy with anything. And he goes off, does his own thing. And they laugh. However, the door opens and the counselors come in and they have a conversation. And Kakashi, I think, actually stays for this. Because Kakashi, she allows him to stay. And he's Naruto's, he's Naruto's sensei as well as a close friend of Naruto's father. So he has every right to hear decisions made about Naruto. So they're having a conversation. Naruto's our Pressure Jinchuriki and getting stronger every time I see him. He'd be a waste if you just kept him in the village. It's more advantageous to have him out on missions with people that can have his back in case trouble were to arise, than to leave him here doing absolutely nothing and wasting those talents, which is what Kakashi would bring up. And so now he's even just like, oh, I'm so glad he's here. Which even they're just like, that may be true, but however, we do have a right to say our piece, which is why we'll allow you to keep having Naruto on the missions. However, we would like your some assurance that he'll be safe. It's like, what kind of assurance? We're glad you asked that question. You can come in now and then answer Danzo, and they're both, oh crap. Meanwhile, Naruto and Hinata are basically just kind of on a date. I bet they're kind of they don't get enough alone time together, so they probably are just making out under a tree for a little bit. Like maybe Hinata actually is like, he's just like up against the whoa, Hinata. It's like, I haven't seen you in over 3 3 years, and I barely got to see you before we got on our mission. I'm taking this time. She just kind of like lip locks and they're making out for a little bit under a tree, which Naruto's not complaining whatsoever freaking ever. And then all of a sudden they get interrupted and they're both just in their heads, son of a bitch. It's like, oh, hi guys. Oh, Kiba, how you doing? It's like, whoa, is that Akamaru? Of course it's Akamaru. What do you think? It's like, I haven't, he used to sit on your head. Now you're riding on him. It's like, oh, yeah. It's like, Naruto, Hinata, you didn't even notice me before you started engaging in activities. And they just realized, you were here the whole time? It's like, you didn't even notice me. Well, you were so quiet and you blend in. I always like those moments where he's just kind of those slice of life. Meanwhile, Sasuke is just kind of, hanging out with Tenten. They're also just, enjoying company with each other. When they just hear, Naruto shouting, like, and they both suddenly just come up for air for a second. God, Naruto's so loud. Yeah, I gotta admit, it's kind of nice having him back. Yeah, they just go back to doing what they're doing. So again, they're just walking. Naruto and Hinata are holding hands, kind of just having a nice little date time. She's kind of cuddled up to him. He's kind of enjoying her company. And they see Choji. Oh, Choji! Oh man, it's been a long time. And, oh, Naruto, I heard you got back. Yeah, I heard you got back too. Yeah, he got back a little while ago. Oh yeah, Shikamaru, you told me that. And then they're having a conversation, and all of a sudden Hinata, Choji, and Shikamaru, because unfortunately this version of Naruto, let's do a grading real quick. If the original canon Naruto at this point in time is about, if 100% is, let's just say that Naruto is a 5 out of 10. This one's a 5.5 or 6 out of 10. He's a grade stronger than the original Naruto because he does have some extra techniques under his belt. Unfortunately, he's still pretty aware of the or surroundings sometimes. But the other three aren't, and they basically just destroy the Ink. Like, what is that? And it's like, it's him over. And Hinata just points it out. It's him over there. And Naruto goes in. And he just, Futon Gale Palm, Wind Style Gale Palm, just blasts through the ink clones. Honestly, he can just, the Wind Style's perfect for getting rid of those ink clones. Or ink beasts. And, he clashes, like, oh, you're pretty weak. Are you a girl? And then, Shikamaru grabs him. Hinata and Choji are facing off. He escapes still. And then ultimately, Naruto and Hinata get called back in. It's still Kakashi there. And they basically, Tsunade says, oh, well, the mission's a go. However, we were able to find you a new teammate. Oh, that's great. Yes, but there's a problem. Well, what kind of problem is that? Granny Tsunade. It's like, and this is your teammate. He's from the Foundation. It's like, and which Kakashi is. Hinata and Naruto probably wouldn't actually know who Root are, because it's not a very known. It's not a known bit of information right from it. There's a reason they're kind of covert and little is known about them. But Kakashi very well knows, and he's like, I'll explain later. And then he opens the door outside, and both Hinata and Naruto is like, it's you! Of course, Naruto's more like, it's you! Oh, you've been before? This guy attacked us out of nowhere while we were doing nothing! It's like, oh, yeah, I guess, I can't remember what insult Sai had thrown at him at that point. It was still something kind of being like a girl or something like that. So, anyway, still, they get prepared, and they head out, and Naruto's just, whatever, whatever, we'll work with you, but you're not Sasuke, you're not our teammate. It's like, I'm very well aware I'm not your teammate. I wouldn't want to be Sasuke, the favored treasure of Chiyo Konoha. To which Naruto's just getting more and more pissed off, whatever. Still, nor would I really care to be either of you. Not that there's anything against you. I really don't know you at all, but you seem to be very confident in your little lack of ability. Despite your lack of ability. Oh well. I mean, then again, it's not surprising. You do seem very feminine in the way you handle yourself. And Naruto just wants to freaking just end. But then Hinata's like, no, Naruto, don't do that. It's like, oh, I'm very sorry for Naruto's reaction and everything. She basically, it's the Sakura scene. He said, Naruto's reaction. I love him, but he has a bit of temper. It's like, you do. I was like, fine. So I do apologize for that. It's all right. Good. And then she just gut checks him. Because don't you ever talk about my Naruto kind like that again, or anything he'll dish out to you will pale to what I do to you. It's like, oh, that fake smile. And of course, she did land a little bit of a checkpoint, so I wasn't able to see through that. I have to learn that. Now Kakashi though is there instead of Tenzo or Yamato. So he's able to quell them. He's like, calm down, calm down. So they're busy doing things. There is no Kakashi also does the whole treating him to a meal thing. All the nice restaurant, nice hotel. Naruto and Hinata are being respectful. I think that is one thing Naruto does for his maturity is he knows how to be respectful on a mission and not have his mind in the gutter. Even though he's having a battle right next to his girlfriend who is not hard to look at. And he's just he's got the thoughts going on, but he's being respectful even though he spent 3 years with the previous years. Like nope. No. They might sleep next to each other, but again, they're both staying within their means. By the way, and you might think, well, because this will come up later. It's like, how's Kakashi going to track Sai? I think Tenzo Yamato does give him some of those tracking seeds, and that's just tuned to his chakra. It's just he helped Kakashi tune into his chakra a little bit. I think that's very possible. That with a little practice. Plus, we know Kakashi's a fantastic tracker, so really not that hard to think that he could do that. Plus, he could easily get something off a side and just have his hounds do it. So again, there's your excuse. Again, you have that scene where he's painting the picture, and they're both kind of just, surprised by how kind of just lack of anything Sai has in terms of personality. Training, that goes about the same. And, then they basically have... Now, you might argue, I could have brought Tenzo here for the sorcery. Imposter. However, I think Kakashi would actually do with the transformation jutsu instead. Now, to be fair, the clone or the wood transformation was an easier way to go about that, but I think Kakashi could get down, and Kakashi, and does the voice, and then obviously they meet up. It's Kabuto. Kabuto tries to cut Kakashi down. Fortunately, Kakashi's prepared. Oh, so it's you, Kakashi. I really wasn't expecting you. And expecting you. Yes, indeed. So, why don't you bring your little friends out as well, Kakashi? And then Naruto pops out, and Hinata and Sai. Now, this is a much different scenario, because Naruto's not blinded by anger and rage, where it's like, give Sasuke back! No, there's none of that. They have Sasuke. That's not it. I wonder who's stronger now, you or Sasuke? But Naruto's still, not going to be just a pusher. I was like, I'll be happy to give you a demonstration of how strong I've gotten Snake. And he's got the Fox chakra. Again, not in his tail form, just that kind of flame aura, which you can kind of just turn on now. Just and it's like, easy, Naruto. You can't charge in. And I was like, he's right, Naruto. You can't do that. And it's like, yeah, I know. But I want to just rip him apart. So how should this go down, Kakashi? Your students fall to me, or should you just fall instead? Perhaps I'll take all 4 of you. After all, Byakugan is something I do want to add to my collection. That one triggers Naruto. It's like, you don't touch Hinata. It's like, Hinata even steps up right next to Naruto. It's like you can try, but you'll find me no easier to get than you got when you try to take Sasuke. Oh, he's so much fire. And I was like, that's enough! And then Naruto basically just breakthrough! Boom! And then basically, I know I gave him a 3rd one. I'll admit, we're on part 16 now, so I only gave him 2 new attacks. The Great Breakthrough. I think I gave him the Wind Blades? Is that what I gave him? I'm pretty sure that's what I gave him. Because, it's been we've now gone like a couple chapters since then. So we're on part 6. Once you get into these double-digit chapters, it does get a little hard to keep track of some things. But Naruto just goes great breakthroughs, and with the Fox Shot, it does, they do get pushed back a little bit. Then Kakashi adds on to Fireball Jutsu, and that adds on to it, which Kabuto and Orochimaru are both like, get out of the way. And Orochimaru was able to use some wind to offset that. So I was like, that was quite the impressive trick. To which Kakashi comes in and Chidori obviously he dodges it, and Orochimaru tries to use the Gresh longsword to swipe at Kakashi, but at the same time, Kakashi disappears into a clone, and they're clashing now, kunai to sword. Meanwhile, it's Naruto and Hinata versus Kabuto. Unfortunately, Kabuto realizes at this point he probably can't take both of them on. I'm not stupid enough to think I can take both of you on. So I'll just leave you with a party gift. Ninja art, poison fog. And then Naruto, again, great breakthroughs it away, but because I think Kabuto probably knew that, because he's a medical ninja, so he probably knew that technique. And, he knows how to use poison and stuff like that. And that does seem like a type of technique that a medical ninja would use. But again, Naruto blows it away, but Kabuto's using it more as a smokescreen. However, her Byakugan, or Hinata's Byakugan, is keeping track of him. So she just appears in front of him, just throws out the not Chidori per se. Even though I've heard people argue she could learn the Chidori and use it to the same effect. She's instead using her new enhanced Hyuga style, which basically like a pulse of electric chakra. Basically, it could incinerate chakra points and holes if she wanted to. And Kabuto can sense this. They're going chakra scalpel the Hyuga style, and she's just too fluid for him to hit. Likewise, though, he's not. Despite that Taijutsu is not his forte, as he claims, he's pretty solid at it. He's about to extend his chakra scalpels. All of a sudden, he's got a very bad chill running down. So he's like, sees a Rasengan coming right at him. And unfortunately, he realized he turned his head. Hinata taps him right in the shoulder and basically just burns out his shoulder. Like there's a smoldering hole right there. He tries to get he can't get it. He could heal it with his chakra because it's not fully like blowing a hole through his shoulder, but it's like a gaping like burnt circle wound, like almost like the size of your hand. And Kabuto's got to get out of the way. He barely does, but he still gets. But Naruto again used the trick from back in the day where he basically kind of used the wind to rotate himself, and using the wind chakra from Gale Palm, he basically blasts off and turns himself, and then because Kabuto was turning to get out of the way, and then lands straight into Kabuto's side, and Kabuto just tries to nail Naruto. This time though, Naruto grabs him with the hand that he just used to use the Gale Palm, because he finished the Gale Palm, and grab it to stop it, and then just actually he's holding on to him as he's grinding into Kabuto, and boom, blasts him off. Naruto quickly just realizes that, oh dear lord, basically Kabuto just had his entire arm ripped off at the shoulder as they were saying grinded into him, and blew him back, and Kabuto's even just like and it's probably, I would imagine it's his other arm, which would be hilarious. So he's missing his right arm. He's got a giant giant softball sized hole or crater in his shoulder right here. He's having better days. And he's trying to heal up, and he can't, and he's stopping the bleeding on his arm. But now it's like, son of a, it's like, you're not going anywhere this time, Kabuto. It's like, this isn't good. Meanwhile, Kakashi is trying his best for Orochimaru, and Kakashi's much stronger in this version, and in the second part of the series than he was, and Kakashi's pretty strong in the first part of the series. Second part, no, it's arguable to say he reached Sannin level, and we know he was a Kage. He became the Kage, so it's very possible he was a Kage level ninja at that point. So, honestly, it's very possible he could beat Orochimaru, especially because that's not Orochimaru in his prime, or at his full potential. It's like, that's not him right after successfully stealing a body and then, being functioning and all that. No, this is him in the last couple of days, last weeks or so, before he has to change out his new body. So, no, he would not be at his full potential. He'd probably still be like at 80%, but he's not at 100%. It's like, my word, those two have gotten strong. Even Orochimaru's like, I wonder what would happen if I decided to join in the fray. It's like, and then all of a sudden he hears fire style, Phoenix Flare Jutsu. You've got other problems to worry about. The giant stone wall shows up behind him, and Orochimaru gets blocked. He actually does finally get shot through the shoulder. A lot of shoulders in this video. Shot through the shoulder by Kakashi Sidori, but he's I can't remember the name of it, but it's like shedding snake technique or something like that, where he basically just crawls out of his body as like he sheds skin. He's got he's completely healed. Sorry, Kakashi, but I've got to deal with your pupils. And he temporarily like trips Kakashi up. It's like, no, you don't. And then he just charges up as quickly as he can. Come on. Come on. And then just as Orochimaru was about to hit Naruto and Hinata, who barely had time to react, all of a sudden he's like, what is this technique? And he sees Kakashi's eyes, right? It can't be. And he's starting to get sucked in. He barely is able to avoid it, but again, lost an arm completely. And again, the amount of chakra, from what I understand, for that technique too, is a great amount. Like, it's not like he can just do that all the time. He can't like spam that technique. No, it takes a lot. He has to plug. And then Kakashi, you can feel Kakashi doing it again. He gets out of the way again, getting a little bit more injured on his shoulder. So he realizes, like, he opens up his mouth just to start climbing out of it again. However, this time Naruto and Hinata are both prepared. Just, he barely gets out of the way. Luckily, he's able to get to Kabuto. Just like, it seems our time here is done, Kabuto. So it seems, Lord Orochimaru. We must retreat for now. You're not going anywhere. And then, by unfortunate day, smoke screen. And Hinata comments that I can't see through it. They must have laced it with something that prevents me from seeing through the cloud smoke, and they're disappeared. They also noticed after the aftermath, though, that Sai is also gone as well. So now they got to look for Sai and where that may lead them. So that's where we're ending part 16. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. An idea for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic. What if anything to do with the channel? Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. See you next time.